Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm diving into something that has been on a lot of wrestling fans' minds, the growing pains and persistent problems within All Elite Wrestling. Now, let's be clear, this isn't about hating AEW just for the sake of it. Many of us, myself included, had incredibly high hopes for this company. It was supposed to be the alternative, the revolution. But lately, it feels like the honeymoon is definitely over, and it's time for some tough love. So let's break down some of the key issues plaguing AEW right now. First up, the booking. It's often described as shotgun style, and that feels pretty accurate. Storylines are introduced and then dropped with no explanation. We see surprise debuts that get a massive pop, only for that wrestler to disappear from TV for weeks. There's a real lack of long-term, cohesive storytelling. It feels like we're just lurching from one dream match to the next without any connective tissue holding it all together. This constant start and stop momentum makes it incredibly hard to get invested in any particular angle or wrestler. Which brings me to my next point, the over-reliance on the banger match. Don't get me wrong, I love a five-star classic as much as the next fan, but when every single match is trying to be the greatest of all time, the specialness wears off. It leads to a style where wrestlers are taking huge risks and performing high-impact moves constantly, which not only desensitizes the audience, but also raises concerns about wrestler longevity. Sometimes a simple, well-told story in the ring is more effective than a dozen false finishes and dangerous spots. Storytelling should be the main course, not just a side dish to the in-ring action. And I'll talk about the titles. How many belts does one company need? We have the World title, the TNT title, the International title, the Continental Crown, Trios titles, Tag Team titles, the TBS title, the Women's title, and that's not even counting the titles from Ring of Honor or other promotions that regularly show up. When everyone has a championship, it devalues what it means to be a champion. It clutters the scene and makes it confusing for casual fans to even understand what the hierarchy is. It's a classic case of too much of a good thing. This ties into a huge problem, a severe lack of character development. Who are these wrestlers outside of the ring? What are their motivations? For so many on the roster, their entire character is just, I'm a really good wrestler. We get very few compelling video packages, sit-down interviews, or backstage segments that actually build personality. Without clear characters to root for or against, the matches, no matter how technically brilliant, lack emotional weight. The heel and babyface dynamic feels incredibly weak, because most wrestlers are just cool tweeners trying to get a "this is awesome" chant. And speaking of a lack of focus, let's talk about the women's division. This has been a criticism since day one, and honestly, it hasn't improved enough. The women are often relegated to one short match per show, with storylines that feel like an afterthought. You have world-class talent like Toni Storm, Hikaru Shida, and Athena, but their screen time and story depth pale in comparison to their male counterparts. It feels like a massive missed opportunity and a disservice to the incredible athletes in that division. They deserve so much better. Then there are the production issues. From missed camera cuts during crucial moments to inconsistent audio levels and cluttered commentary where everyone is talking over each other, the show can often feel amateurish. When you're positioning yourself as a major league alternative to the global leader, these details matter. The constant use of blood and gimmick matches also feels like a crutch. While they can be effective when used sparingly to end a heated feud, they happen so often in AEW that they've lost their impact. It often comes across as shock value for the sake of it, rather than a meaningful storytelling tool. Finally, the company's own rhetoric can be a turnoff. The constant "we're the alternative" and "we're pro wrestling, not sports entertainment" narrative has grown tired. After 5 years, you should be able to stand on your own merits, not just on what you're not. It sometimes fosters a sense of fan toxicity, creating an us versus them mentality that isn't healthy for the wrestling community as a whole. Look, AEW has a decent roster and has given us some good moments, but the potential is being squandered by these persistent, unaddressed issues. It's frustrating as a fan to see the same mistakes being made over and over again. What do you guys think? Am I being too harsh, or are you seeing the same problems? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.